Alright, fine. Girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, a very special good evening to one and all. Right, welcome to the Code Arc, myself Shabnam, and we are here at the day 7 of our Python SQL Django series, which is a part of our long back started full stack web development series. Alright, fine. Without wasting our time anymore, let's have a quick recap of what we have learned yesterday. The class yesterday, that is the day 6 at Python, we were talking about some leftover string functions like join, replace, and maybe split function. Is that alright? Fine. Later on we moved ahead to understand one group of operator, a set of operator that was a bitwise operator. Although we couldn't complete the entire category, leaving thereby one or two, but those that we talked about were bitwise AND operation, bitwise OR operation, bitwise XOR operation, exclusive OR, and the bitwise NOT operation. Alright, fine. Okay, before I could go ahead, please acknowledge us here in the chat section. Audibility, visibility all set to go ahead, right? Okay, shall be waiting for your acknowledgement. Audibility, visibility all clear and set to go ahead. Okay, fine. Anyways, people, let's begin with the class today. From the class today onwards, we begin with the collection data types in Python. Okay, now what do you mean by collection data type? If you have remembered something in JavaScript, okay, thank you, to whom we called as an array, okay, shall be like one second please. Okay, to what we called as an array, like a variable who can store more than one data or more than one data item inside, that's a collection data type. Okay, a variable that can store in a memory more than one data value, that's a collection data type. But not only a data structure like an array, there are many other collection data types supported by Python. They come with their own promises, own challenges, own features, but they are extremely important when you're talking about full stack, and even if you're talking about some concepts like machine learning, data science and all. Okay, so in short, I would like to conclude these collection data types are very important to understand. Okay, so here we go ahead. Fine. So we are going to learn list in Python today, and these are the small topics of list. That is how to create a one, how to copy one list into another, how to add element, remove element from the list, how to join two or more than two lists, how to search any particular value in the list, slicing and unpacking of the list, how to manipulate the list with its indexing, right? Deleting list, reversing a list, sorting a list. Let's see one by one all that we can complete. Okay, otherwise assignment at your end, people, the daily lecture basis पर जो हम assignment आपको भेज रहे हैं, I hope you people are working on them. ठीक है, fine. So here we go. This is my Visual Studio Code, and I create a new file. Let me call it as day7.py. Okay, I just test it. Okay, whether everything is working fine or not. Say hello. Okay, you want to run the py file using this run button. I just want to run this part of code, so I say shift enter. Okay, fine, here we go. ठीक है, alright people. Number one, list in Python is a collection data type, and Python offers total 4 collection data type. देखते जाइए, Python offers total 4 collection data type. That is list, people, list, something called as tuple. We are going to talk about it in the very next class. Then something called as a set, and then something called as dictionary. Today we are exclusively talking only about a list, which is a collection, and an ordered collection. When I say ordered, means items in the list are indexed. It's like an array, people. List is like an array who stores more than one data item. Okay, I don't say that both list and array are one and the same thing. In fact, arrays in Python are built on the top of the list. आप समझ रहे? Python में arrays are built on the top of the list. Means what list has, array has. Apart from that, it has many more properties and features. ठीक है? So list, it's like an array, but it is ordered. Like the elements in the list are referred by their position numbers, like an index number. Exactly the way we referred characters in the string by their index numbers. Yes, list is changeable or mutable. List also allow the duplicate data members inside. Now one by one let us see and encounter all these facts. ये सब क्या है, कैसे होता है, क्यों होता है. So here we go. Right? So A is equals to our first important point of the class today. A collection data type list is created inside a square bracket. Okay, I repeat one more time. Collection data type list is created inside a square bracket. So once declared the square bracket, you store as many values in A, the variable, as you like. Right? See, I want 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, fine. If you check the length of this list, the same function length who work for string also work for list to return the total length of the list. Okay, so if you see the length of this list, let me print the length. I think I have entered some number double here. It shows me the length is 11 because 80 I have entered 2 times, people. Okay, so let me get rid of it. Again execute and again execute. So length of this list is total 10. I hope you got my point, right? Number 2, let me create a list of string. Say this is cities again. And the different city names that I write here again: Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata. Okay, let me write Chennai. Okay. So I execute it and I say print the length of my list, which is the cities. Okay, so this time it says the length of the city is 4 because this list is 4 element long, correct? People, length of the list is always equal to the number of element in the list. Remember, लंबाई उतनी होंगी जितने उसके अंदर एलिमेंट होंगे. 100 एलिमेंट, लेंथ ऑफ द लिस्ट इज 100. 1000 एलिमेंट, लेंथ ऑफ द लिस्ट इज 1000. Alright, fine. Okay, good. A city can, let me say a list can even store data of different data types. Alright, for example, let me say a list is info. So inside info I am writing a name, say Raj. Age of Raj, say 34. Qualification of Raj, say he is a BTech. Okay, different languages that Raj knows. Let me write it in a set, people. Again in the very next class we are going to learn another data type or another collection data type set. तभी आपको बताएंगे क्या होता है. तब तक we will keep assuming and understanding sets are created in curly bracket like list is created in a square bracket. No, Shreyas, that's what I'm doing here. Okay, you see this list is storing a string, it is storing an integer, and it is storing, say, the technologies that he knows as a set: HTML, CSS, and let me write here React. Okay, fine. Alright, later let me also write something in boolean, say true, and I execute this. Let me print this first. Okay, so I'm printing the list info. You look, it got printed as it is. It got printed as it is, people. Right? And if I want to find the length of info, people, what is the total length of info? 5, because there are total 5 elements: 1, 2, 3, 4 and fine. You want to check the data type of info? People, the data type of info. So that is a list. Is that okay? That's a list. Yeah, if you want to check the data type of first element of info, people, indexing in list is same as that of indexing in the string. I repeat the point again, indexing in list is same as that of indexing in a string. The concept of positive negative indexing in the string we have done by giving it a quiet time. So we are not going to spend a lot of time in understanding indexing once again. Although for the demo purpose I have kept one Excel file opened here. Okay, save. This is my list. A is a list, people, created in a square bracket, and it stores these 10 numbers in memory. So first of all, length of this list is going to be 10. Right? But the index number of the first element is 0. If you talk about positive indexing. Am I right? Total elements are 10, therefore the last index number is going to be 1 less, that is 9. Because counting, positioning or indexing or numbering started from 0, not 1. So 1 to 10 नहीं है भाई, 0 to 9 है, तो एक कम चलेगा. इंडेक्स नंबर टोटल लेंथ से एक कम चलेगा. करेक्ट? फाइन. नेगेटिव इंडाइसेस also happens or also exist for list. But in negative indexing, the indexing never starts from 0. In fact, the last element is numbered -1. Right? So -1, -2. This way, the first element is -10 here. Right? So if I say A of 0, that means who is the element in A at index number 0? That is 10. Correct? So similarly, if the list is A and I write A of 5, hurry up. Come on, if I write A of 5, तो पहली बात तो how will you read? इसको पढ़ेंगे कैसे आप? Question yourself. Come on, you ask question to yourself. Who is element in A at position number 5? Position or index number 5 means element number 6, people. Is that okay? This is index number 5. And the one who is present at index number 5 at this position is Mr. 60, correct? Similarly, position number 7 or index number 7, the fellow is 80. But index number is 7, element number is actually 8th one, correct? It's an old story now. Right? So the same thing I'm trying to do here. The data type of info is list. I hope all my friends are understanding here. ये तो पूरा भाई list है. Check it out. 1 minute. Okay, this is entirely list. But if I want to check the data type of first element of the list, so return me the type of 0. Info of 0 means Raj. Who is at position number, index number 0 in info? Raj. And Raj is a string. 1 minute, please. Is it okay? That is str. So similarly, if I want to check data type of index number 1, that's an integer. Data type of index number 2, that's a string. Data type of index number 3, cool, that's a set, because index number 3 item number 4 हो गया. Hi guys, index number 3 means that's actually element or item number 4. And I know index number 4 per true, that is boolean है. So let me write here 4. So that says boolean. Okay, please acknowledge to us in the chat section if the things are pretty clear to you. Alright, so fine. So this is how we create a list. A list can contain data of the same data type, data of the different data types as well. Can we use negative indexing in the program? Yes, Navin, yes. Sometimes, we don't know the length of the list or it's going to be randomly created. So always using -1 means you are at a safe side. That is going to return the last character. You understood? That is definitely going to return the last character of the string. For example, like this. Okay, let me not write type. Let me print who is element at index number -1. -1 पे कौन है भाई? तो -1 पे we have true. That is the last element, right? So what if I write here -3? Does it exist or what? This is -1, this is -2, this is -3. BTech is present at -3. Yes, so it is BTech who is present. Am I right? What if I want the range of values? Guys, we have studied it yesterday or the day before. Like, what if I want from the list A 50, 60, 70 to be retrieved? चलिए 50, 60, 70 ये आउटपुट डिस्प्ले करना है. How will I write the code? Print A of 50 means this should be index number 4, right? Check करिए. Index number 4, yeah, 50 is at index number 4. You want 50, 60, 70. So you have to select, come on, you have to start iterating from or selecting from index number 4 till index number 7. आप 7 लिखोगे तो वो 6 तक जाएगा. Remember, traversing always stops one less than the upper limit. Okay. Thank you, Anup. Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you, Shreyas. Anup, I think I read your message today that I am the new joiner. If you are the same Anup Kumar, I don't know. Right? आपका message मैंने पढ़ा. I couldn't reply to it in the video. ठीक है. So 4, 5, 6 means what? That means 7 वाला नहीं चाहिए हमको. Clearly understand, ma'am. Index of data type. Okay. Thank you, Navin. Thank you for that. Right? So what do I do here is, let me start from 4 to 7. So 4, 5, 6. My friends who are new with us today, when you write index numbers or indices in a range, upper limit is not counted. Means one less than upper limit is considered. आपने 7 लिखा, वो 6 तक ही जाएगा. 4, 5 and 6. So if you want to include 6, write the upper limit 7. If you want to include 8, write the upper limit 9. Correct? Why so? ऐसा क्यों होता है? I'll answer you deeply when we study loops in Python. Clear? For loops. ठीक है. So if I do like this, good. It has written me a subset of the list, that is 50, 60, 70. ठीक है. So what will happen now if I start from 4 to 9? 4 to 9. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. 9 को नहीं लेगा. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Good. But this time I give colon and set a step size of 2. Boys and girls, ज़रा ध्यान दीजिए. Starting from 4, ending to 9, and set a step size of 2. That means what? Take a hop of 2, alternate element. एक एक छोड़ के. People, select every second element, that is hop of 2. Skip 1. Right? So starting from 4, 50 will be selected. 1, 2. Then 70 will be selected. 1, 2. Then 90 will be selected. But then if it tries to go to 9th position, you will be out of limit. Correct? Okay, so the expected output is 50, 70 and 90 if you take a hop of 2. Okay, if you aren't understanding, let me know. I'll give you some more example. 50, 70, 90. मतलब बीच में एक एक को छोड़ दिया आपने. Alternate number select किया by giving a step size of 2. Correct? So if I start from 1, I go to 10 and keeping a step size of 5. Tell me what will be the answer first of all. Right? 1. Now let me start from 0. People starting from 0. So 0. So 10 will be the obviously printed. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 10, the next number who will be printed would be 60. Correct? 60 के बाद 5 जंप लेने जाएगा तो लिमिट क्रॉस हो जाएगा एंड ही इट हैज़ टू स्टॉप. चेक इट आउट. 10 and 60. Right? So similarly we could have done a negative indexing also like this. -3 to -7. First of all, is it possible or what? This is -3 and this is -7. ये not possible है people. Because when you write -3 and -7, ears open, try to understand. -3 to -7 people. -7 must exist on a number scale on the right side of -3. Got it? जो कि ऐसा नहीं होता है. I hope you got my point. Say you can travel from -3 to -1. Left to right is a default traveling, correct? And if you want to come from -3 to -7, then you have to reverse the direction also, right? Correct? So let's see whether it is possible or not. Sorry, it prints a blank list, nothing selected. Because by default, go back, recall my statement of yesterday or day before yesterday. और जैसे कि हम कोई इंग्लिश बुक या न्यूज़पेपर या आर्टिकल पढ़ते हैं, we always read sentences from left to right, correct? Starting from margin. So that is the default method of traversing. Correct? So if you say -3 to -7, people, in the memory it will travel from left to right only. Is that okay? And to start from left to right, -3 के बाद में -2 आता है people. -4 या -7 थोड़ी आएगा. So -7 right में कभी आएगा ही नहीं to travel from left to right, correct? Or else you reverse the direction here. Is that okay? You reverse the direction. -1 means in a negative way or in the negative direction, correct? Now tell me what is the output it has given me. 80, 70, 60, 50. How? आपने बोला -3 to -7, वो एक कम रुकेगा. And -1 because of the negative traveling. So 80, 70, 60, 50. Yeah, that is the expected output. Okay. For those of my friend who are finding it yet confusing, please go to our string sessions. We have taken a lot of time to understand especially what is indexing. Okay, fine. Okay, people, what we are doing right now, this is called as a slicing. Hashtag slicing. What do you mean by hash? This is a comment. Okay, if you are new to programming, comment is a way to stop any code from being executed. Got it? And give output. If you don't want to execute something, please mark it as a comment. And in Python, the comments are marked using hash or hashtag. Is that clear? Fine. Why do you call it as a slicing? Because it slices a big string or a big list into a small list. अब देखिए, this is a slice, correct? It's a slice, people. A slice of a cake out of a full cake. Right? तो इसको हम बोलते हैं slicing. Right? The different combinations, permutation combination you try. Take first number positive, second number negative in a range. Take first number negative, second number positive in a range. Try to change the step size from -1 to -2, +2. Check what happens. A strict and a consistent practice is required to master all these concepts. Is that fine? ठीक है. Okay, fine. So now let's see what else I can do. Okay, we know how to create a list. Okay, we know how to create a list with different data types. We know how to access elements using positive and negative index. Okay, we know how to access the indices with positive negative index. Okay, this is my day 7 material. Okay, so here we go. Okay, these are the other items we are trying. Now let's see how to unpack the list item. People, what is unpacking? उससे पहले आपको समझना पड़ेगा what is a packing. Alright, like you have started your journey and you say, let me pack the bag. After I'm back from my journey, I unpack my luggage or my bag. Is that okay? Fine. So what we did as up until now, this is called as packing, people. For example, A is a list, and inside this square bracket, I'm packing 4-5 data members into it. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I pack these 5 numbers in A. So that's called as packing. Alright, now unpacking means what? इसका उल्टा करिए. Say, let me call this string as x. Okay, variable as x. Now A, B, C, D, E is equals to x. That's called as unpacking. Means open this bag x. इस bag को open करो. Right? One by one, whatever is present in this bag, assign to the variables on the left side. So when x will be opened, the first fellow is 1 will be assigned to A. I'm writing all these in comments here. Right, so A will get the value 1. Second fellow or the second guy is 2 here. So B will get the value 2. Is that okay? The third guy is 3 here. So C will get the value 3. People, the fourth fellow is 4 here. So D will get the value 4 when you unpack the list X. Okay. And the fifth one is 5. So E will be getting that value 5. Okay. So let me execute this 2 lines of code. 1 and 2. Cool, it's done. Let me print. Let me just print randomly anyone. Okay, I print C. Just a moment. Okay, at times my Visual Studio Code behaves very strange. Anyway, so it tells me print C. C has 3 inside because it has unpack value C into it, correct? Fine. So let me check what E has got after unpacking. So that's E. Okay, that's E. Oh, okay, so that's 5, right? People, other trick of unpacking is what, see, we write A, B and asterisk C. Asterisk means for rest of the variables, or let me say rest of the values. Is it okay? Fine. It unpacks the list in a serial order, people. याद रखिए, unpacking हमेशा serial order में होता है. So the first element after unpacking to come out will be 1 and 1 will be assigned to A. Second element in a serial order to come out from this list X while unpacking is 2. 2 will be assigned to B. And because you have not mentioned the name of other corresponding variables respectively, so whoever now is remaining, that is what is the meaning of asterisk here, people. Rest, bacha hua, remaining. Whoever is remaining will be assigned to C. Right? That means C is now going to hold 3, fellow 4 and the guy 5 also. Okay. Let's see it happened also or not. So I executed this piece of code. Okay, and instead of E, let me first print A. Cool, so it shows me A is, okay, A is 1, and directly let me print what C has got after unpacking. C ko kya mila? People, what C has got after unpacking. Okay, so C in fact is another small list now, that is 3, 4 and 5. Alright, for those who have remembered, in case आप में से वो लोग जो हमारे साथ JavaScript में थे, and if you have ever remembered the logic of rest operator, got it? The rest operator, people. Okay, somewhat it is similar to that. Means whatever the rest remains, assign it to C. Okay, fine. In fact, you know what? I can even use one more variable here. Okay, that is asterisk C and I say D. That means the last element I want to be assigned to D, and in between whatever remains, please assign it to C. Okay, you try and check what happens. Alright, fine. So these are the two concepts associated with list in Python. One called as packing, another called as unpacking. Okay, the day we start learning coding, writing loops, I will keep speaking in between the practical applications of all this logic. Then you will realize ये सब कितना helpful है. Understood? How to extract a particular element, how to unpack it, when to unpack it, most importantly, and so on. Okay, please write to me here in the chat section if this concept of unpacking clear or not. So C becomes a list. Yes, Vishwa, correct. If you doubt, then please check the data type of C. Type of C, more than one element inside a square bracket, मतलब वो list है. Got it. People, my VS Code is again irritating me. So what will I do? If it takes this much time for each command, I'll switch to collab. Okay. Yes, my friend. See, the same thing I have done. Shreyas and Vishwa. Vishwa, Panchal and Shreyas. Look, the same thing I did. Check the type of C and it shows me list here. That's clear? I hope. If there's no other doubt, we go ahead. Okay? Fine. Okay, so we know what is unpacking. We know what is slicing a list. This document I'll share with you. It is the same thing. The only difference could be I have used some different example here. Yes, good. Good. People, एक चीज़ और ध्यान रखिए while slicing. Let's take the list X. Or let's take the list A, people, because A has good 10 element. Okay, suppose I want to print, 1 minute please, this is taking a lot of time. Give me a minute of time please. Ma'am, video is freezing in between. I think due to some, we are facing some internet issues here. Is it still freezing or still lagging? All clear? ठीक है, thank you. No, I have stopped speaking for a minute because I'm opening my Collab notebook. You don't have to work with Collab. My Visual Studio Code is working slower. That's the reason I'm switching to Collab. Clear? Hold on for a moment please. Okay, fine, we go here. A is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Okay, fine. I want to display from 2 to 5. That means 2, 3 and 4 will be selected. Okay, let it execute please. Let it execute. Okay, let me work in the same cell. Okay, so 2 to 5 means what? 30, 40, 50. Correct? How come? This is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I right? Yes, I think 2, 3, 4 will be selected. 30, 40, 50. But suppose I don't write from 2 to where? Upper limit you aren't specifying. That means starting from 2, that is the for sure 30 here, till where, because you haven't specified, it will take by default the last element. Got it? Okay, so same thing if you try here till 7. 7 means what? It is gonna stop at 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But from where to start till 7? Because you did not specify the lower limit, it will take by default from the first element, that is 10. I hope you got my point here. Is that okay? Fine. So while slicing, one of the two element could be blank also. If it is blank, so it will take either by default from beginning or by default from ending. Okay, all of us? Okay. Sometimes, you look people, the last element, how do we write? So I want to display the last element. Okay. So that is 100. Sometimes you will also find some people coding for last element like this. So the length of A, which is 10, minus 1, that's going to give me the index number of the last element, correct? Okay, and I put this in the square bracket. what it gives me. 100. Of course, you don't have to complicate the story so much, but you need to keep yourself well aware. If you come across this kind of logic sometime, कभी आपके सामने ऐसा लॉजिक आगे आ जाता है, that means the total length minus 1. अरे guys, but total length minus 1 is the last index number, and anyone who is at the last index number will be the last element, correct? Right? So this is one more way how we always print the last element. Is it okay? Fine. Take care. So this were all the concepts about slicing an element, unpacking a list. Okay. Fine. Modifying a list. We can also modify the list. Remember, this liberty we will not have when we talk about tuples, and in fact set also to some extent. Okay, modify the list means what? Now I realize people, this should not have been 10, this should have been 11, the first element of the list. Okay, so what do I do? See, what is a of 0 right now? Cool, a of 0 is 10. I replace it with 11. This is called as item reassignment. Okay, I write in the comment what did I say. People, ये जो नीचे हम कर रहे हैं, this is called as item reassignment or even assignment. That means, how to read it? Element in A at index number 0. Element in A at index number 0 should be assigned the value 11. Yes, check the list once. Print A. So the first element is no more 10, but it is 11. Okay, so this way you do multiple combinations. देखिए क्या आंसर आता है. Yes, I can replace a range of elements also, like from 0 to 3. You have written 3, but it will consider 2. So tell me 0, 1, 2. Till here, all the elements is going to be replaced by just one value, that is 11. Not individual of them, people. Not individual. 0 से लेकर 2 तक everyone will be replaced by 11. Check what happens. Okay, wait. So what I do here is I enclose this also in a list. Yeah, I think it's working now. This was my error in the previous command. Right, it showed me no, this can't work because this is a list. I hope you noticed that error. This can't work. You can assign only one iterable. So never mind. Put the right side value also as a list. Okay, it's ready to accept now. So 10, 20, 30 or 11, 20, 30 is only one element now, 11. Alright. All of us, please write to us in the chat section, is this concept understood or not? Fine. Okay, now let's see how to add a new element in the list. Okay, how to add a new element in the list. We have two methods to add a new element. People, one called as append, other called as insert. Okay, let me come here to my document. Okay, two methods, one called as append, other called as insert. Okay, check the difference how it works. Okay, let me take this list again. Let me get rid of this. Okay guys, those who keep requesting for this solved example, see, I'm not saving it anywhere. I'm working online on Colab and I'm not saving it. Is that okay? Fine, so make sure that I won't be able to send you this back. This is saved on my cloud. Alright, if possible, I'll try to save it and download in the form of this pynb file and send you. Good. Ma'am, can you explain again 0 to 3? Okay, sure. Look, say when I try to replace one element in this list, suppose I want to replace 10 by just 1. Check. Yeah. And you print A, so 10 is no longer 10, it is 1. एंड इट वॉज पॉसिबल ऑल्सो बिकॉज लिस्ट्स आर म्यूटेबल, मतलब लिस्ट के एलिमेंट हम एडिट या चेंज कर सकते हैं. दैट्स कॉल्ड एज म्यूटेबिलिटी, चेंजेबिलिटी और एडिटेबिलिटी, right? But we can even change the range of values with some other value, like this: 0 2 3. 0 to 3 means what? 0 1 and 2 will be taken. So this is 0, this is index number 1, this is index number 2. I want to replace all these three values with just one value, which is 1. Now got it? These three of them I want to replace with only one value. Is that okay? Fine. Now because they are three of them, people, left side में क्योंकि list है, right? Assignment is not to a single object, correct? Assignment is to more than one indices, and more than one always required during initialization with square bracket or declaration with square bracket, correct? जब तक index number 1 था, it's a single element. But more than one index number means what? You are having multiple elements, so you have to talk about the list on the right side also, right? So this is how it works. I hope it's clear now. And what will happen if I write like this: 1 and 2? Anybody, will this command work or what? Yes, of course it will. That means this 3 element got replaced by 2 elements. Others also, have you understood? 0 1 2 you want to replace with 1 2. 10 20 30 will be replaced by 1 2. I hope Shreyas and others, those who have asked the question here, that's clear. ठीक है, fine, all of us? Okay, चलिए next people. I write a dot, I just comment this code, I don't want. And my a is once again 10 20 30 40 till 100. Correct? 10 to 100. Sorry. Append, people. This is the first method how to add new element in the list. Okay, append, remember, always add a new value or a new data value in the end of the list. Okay, in fact that is the difference between appending and editing, or appending and adding. Alright, or at least appending and inserting. Insert can insert anywhere in the file or in the list or in the data structure, but append by meaning, by definition, always add something in the end. Right? So I want to append 110, check, print A. After appending, print A. Oh, I think I added 100 only, so never mind, it keeps 100. Duplicate values are allowed in the list, right? Duplicate values are allowed in the list. Let me declare A again like this. I hope you got my point. Can we make AI with the knowledge you are giving? But Mr. Dark Memer, what kind of AI you are talking like? Mr. Dark Memer, your question, I read it just. Can we make AI with the knowledge you are giving? But you need to be a little more clear, like what sort of AI? If you talk about AI, there are a lot of AI tools. In short, answer is yes. Okay, in short, what you're asking is you can of course make these things by AI to be done. Okay, but at the end, remember, it's an artificial intelligence, and that can do only what user feed the input. Okay, Shreyas is asking, ma'am, other elements also changed. I'm confused. No. Okay, Shreyas, I'll come to you again. First, let me get done with this append method. Clear? Okay. So now I'm appending 110. Okay, people, I just reinitialize the list. Okay. After 110, if I want to add 120 also. So mind you, all these elements are getting added in the later half of the list. I hope you got my point here. Is that okay? Fine. Lastly, let me keep just one value added here. That's 110. Right? So this is how append works. Remember, a new value is always added in the end of the list. Alright. But suppose I don't want to add in the end. I want to add something in the middle. Like in between 20 and 30, I want to insert 25. Are you getting it? I repeat, in between 20 and 30, I want to add 25. So that means one thing is clear, you need the help of index number here. Because 25, if I am not wrong, should be added at position number 2, correct? At index number 0, we have 10. Index number 1, we have 20. So at index number 2, at present, जो जहाँ पर 30 है, we want 25 to come, right? So let me see how we do that. Let me comment this part. So a dot insert, 2 arguments, people. At what position? That means index number and what you want to insert, 25. Okay, so remember, to append method, we added only one argument, because append never will ask you for index or index, as it always adds a new value in the end. But insert will ask you 2 questions, what to add and where to add. किसको ऐड करना है और कहाँ ऐड करना है. Right? So where to add is the first question in terms of index number we answered at position number 2. Index number 2, that means this is going to be item number 3, right? I want to add 25. Right? Now one question here is, if 25 comes here, then 30 किधर जाएगा? Would 30 be deleted? Let's see. Okay, let me print it. No, 30 never got deleted. People, 30 never got deleted. In fact, all the other elements then got shifted by one place to the right side, correct? Yes, sir, my friend, right, Adnan, correct. All the other element got one place shifted to the right side. So you see 30 is not deleted, 40 is not deleted, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. But in fact, they made a place for this new member 25. Yup, one place ahead, my friend. Instead of saying forward, it would be better if you say right side. Okay, because in indexing, position and the direction matter. Correct? So these are the 2 methods how you add a new element in the list. Is that fine? Similarly, we have 2 methods how to delete an element from the list. Okay, let me create this list one more time. I reinitialize A. Okay, I don't want to insert anything. So this is my pure A looks like now, 10 to 100. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100. First method, how you delete an element, that is using A dot pop. Okay, pop. You see what pop shows as an output. That means one element gone. And who is that element by default? The last one. Okay, so this is actually the definition of pop. It always deletes the last element from the list. Okay, and you don't want to delete the last element, for example. You want to delete some element in between. Say I want to delete 50. So you better write the index number to pop. Like 50 will be at index number 4, correct? Okay, fine. So 10, 20, 30, 40. But Mr. 50 is gone. That guy is out from here. And the other elements are also as it is. I hope you got my point. So that's the definition of pop, people. Pop when not specified the index number. Alright, pop when not specified the index number always deletes the last element. या तो फिर आप बताइए you want to delete which element from the list. Clear? Fine. Prithvi Raj is asking, ma'am, why to use insert method when we have items reassignment methods that required indexing position? That depends, Prithvi Raj, upon the application. You understood? For example, I have a list which is constantly changing. You understood? I have a list which is constantly changing, and I might not know the index number also, and there is no fixed position also. I hope you got my point. There is a list which is constantly growing in size, and item reassignment would be risky in that case when we don't know. It's a dynamic size of list. So better deal with the insert method, right? Otherwise the choice is yours. Hoping you are understanding. Clear? Fine, people. Other way you can delete an element of the list is by directly writing which element to delete. Right? For example, if I want to delete 50, see how easy it would be to write delete 50. Who will sit and count the index number of 50, correct? It's a troublesome task. What if there are not just 10 elements, there are 100 elements? Who will sit and search one particular name, one particular city, on one particular age ka index number to be deleted, right? So if you want to throw out something from the list using pop, you have to make sure that you know the index number of that element, since pop works with the index number directly. So Python gives us another advantage, rather make use of remove. And remove function, it accepts just one argument. What to remove? Tell me the data. Yes, that's remove. So if you want to remove 70, okay, gone, 70 is removed, but print A. Yeah, that's what I'm doing in fact. Adnan, that's what I did, na? You can't give remove blank here like pop. Is that okay? Remove को आप blank नहीं रख सकते like pop, because remove always has to answer what to remove, remember. And we never write the index number here, we always write the element value. Is that okay? Like this. For example, let's take another cell here. Okay, let's take another cell here. And I have a array called as cities. Array means list over here I'm talking about. The list called as city, let us call it as a list. Say Mumbai, Delhi, Pune and Chennai. Okay, so if I could run this and print what is cities, that's here. And suppose I realize no, I no longer need let me say New Delhi, so let me call it as cities dot remove. Okay, but because New Delhi is a string, I mention it this way. Alright, and you print it again. Just a moment please. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so New Delhi is gone. Okay, what if an element is not found? Like instead of Mumbai, I am writing New Mumbai. Okay, good question. I think one of our friend is asking, what if the element you're trying to delete is not found? Try to delete New Mumbai. Okay, so that's not found in the list. Is that okay? That's not found. It's case sensitive, people. This is case sensitive also. So if I try to remove Mumbai with M capital, come on, if I try to remove Mumbai with M capital, this way, alright, Mumbai, Mumbai with M capital. No, sorry, again it is not found. Right, so I hope the question is answered. Let's quickly get a recap of what we have done. We saw the two methods, how to add an element in the list. Append, who always add an element in the end. Insert, to somewhere insert in between. Two methods to delete the data from the list. One is to pop. Pop out, always vomit the last element out, correct? Pop function vomit last element out of the list. But if you don't want the last element, then you tell me the index number of each element, correct? I hope you got my point. So how we can handle this problem? I think that is answered in the error itself, right? If it is not there in the list, how can it delete it? Finish, the story completes here, Adnan. जब लिस्ट में है ही नहीं तो भाई डिलीट होगा ही नहीं. In fact, the error itself is a solution here. That means you better come back and check in the code. Yeah, okay, one thing you can do. Okay, one thing you can do before deleting, you can do something like this. Right? Others are, I can see, hope you can see Adnan is asking, so if it is not there in the list, how will you do it? I hope you got my point. How will you do it? So this is how you can do it then. Okay, so first check. Say Mumbai. Adnan, Mumbai in cities print. You remembered, we have learnt identity operator. But Vishwa, why to do exception handling also? My friend, why to do exception handling also? Okay, let me not print also. Let me just write directly like this. False. Is that okay? So before removing, you just check whether a particular data is in it or not. Is this in cities? Yes, true. Alright, so make use of this, let me say not identity, membership operator. Guys, have you learned membership operator? You remembered we have done membership. There are two membership operators, in and not in. Is that okay? In and not in. So before removing, if you don't know whether an element exists or also not in the list, you make use of in operator, check whether it exists or not, and then delete it. Okay, Dan Stan, hello from Australia. I just started learning Python today of the years. That's cool to see how the remove functions are. I haven't seen where you can remove by value. Okay, thank you, Mr. Dan Stan. This is too good to hear the feedback from you. Thank you. Alright, fine. In case if you do not want to crash the program, alright, I think then in that sense, Vishwa, you could be right. If you don't want your program to crash in between, but then even membership operator in would help, right? Vishwa Panchal. Like only if the answer is true, run this code, else you can take a break or come out or skip or ignore it, pass. Is that fine? Correct? So these are the different ways you can add an element, you can remove the element from the list. Now let's say there are two different lists. Okay, we have two different lists. Say A1, or let me say front end. Okay, let me say this one. A1, that's equal to these elements, say tiger, lion, and say giraffe. And another list I create that's equal to, okay, little quick, cat and dog, that's it. Those who are pet animals and those who are wild animals, something like that. Okay, now I create a list called as animals, in which I'm storing A1 plus A2. People, this is not going to do arithmetic operation plus addition here. In fact, the two lists will be joined. You understand? So plus, people, this sign plus here is to join the two lists, combine it, return it as a single list to whom we are storing it in our variable animals. Clear? Okay, so now if I print, what does list animal has inside? Okay, so you could see this is an entire one list. Okay, hoping you understand. So if I have one more list here, say one more list in which I have something called as zebra and say a bull. Okay, and if I say A3 also, cool. I'm sorry, this was my mistake. I need to put a comma here. Is that okay? So the three lists have been joined, concatenated as a single list, and that's how animal shows. Yes, my friend, correct. Acha, if you do not want to use plus operator to join the list, then you can also make use of an inbuilt function extend. People, that's the definition of extend. It extends one list with another list. Like I have x1, which is a list of integers 1, 2, 3. And x2, this is a list of another set of integers 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, here I come with x3, people, or let me say like this, x1 dot extend x2. Are you understanding? That means I want to extend x1 by x2. Let's check what happens. Okay, 1 minute. Let me print x1 then. Right? I hope it's clear. So when I print x1, so this is exactly the same result. Hello guys, this is exactly the same result as that of the plus, which has joined the 2, 3 list. Right, so basically this is similar to write x1 plus x2. So remember, extend is a function. It's an inbuilt method which extends one list by another list, but another must be compulsorily a list. You understood? This should be compulsorily a list. आप बोलोगे this is 4. No, my friend, this is not an iterable object. ये नहीं चलेगा. Because if you just wanted one element to be added, see, x2 is just a one number now. If you want just one element to be added, believe me, nothing was wrong with append, correct? You should have rather used append function instead of making use of extend function. So for extending one thing by another thing, the another thing must be compulsorily a list. Right? Please write to me in the chat section if that is indeed understood. Okay? If that is really understood, please write to us here in the chat section. Clear? Fine. Okay, so we know how to remove an element. Okay, now let me show you what happens if I delete a complete list. Okay, so if I write like this, okay, let me get rid of this. Okay, so x1 is a list now. People, I run this. Yeah, x1 is a list. Correct? So if I say delete x1, good, thank you. Delete x1. People, this is going to delete the complete list as such. Okay, this is going to delete the complete list out. And how to confirm that it was been deleted also or not? Okay, I just write x1. No, x1 not defined means it is not yet found. Okay, x1 only, na? Yeah, correct. Now suppose you don't want to delete the complete list, you just want to delete any one element. So the same thing what pop did. You remembered removing an element by an index number. How pop function works, just recall the memory. We learned it a couple of minutes ago. A pop function has removed the element from the list through an index number. The same thing could be achieved using del also. Like I want to delete second, let me say the element at index number 2 of x1. Now who is the element at index number 2? That is this guy 3, correct? So 3 will be deleted as such. Let's check. Yeah, there is no 3 in the list found. And if I write here 0, so that means the first guy will be gone and only 2, 3 remains here. Yeah, del. Hoping you're understanding, right? Sometimes you don't want to delete the list, right? You just want to say clear it. Okay, clear it. Fine, clear means what? The list is not deleted, but it is only emptied. Okay, check. x1, like or unlike del, people say the list was not completely deleted from the memory. Instead, all the elements from the list were made to be clear. Alright, you will have a number of such scenarios coming up in front of you. You know, maybe after a particular moment of time, we want to delete the list or the content of the list, but not the list as such. Okay, say I'm developing a game, but a game is, 1 minute, Adnan, I'll come to you. I'm developing a game, but the game is made up of 3 rounds. Once you achieve the round 1 or you complete the round 1 and you go to round 2, maybe I want to, redeclare the scoreboards. Are you understanding? I want to redeclare the scoreboards. I don't want to delete the scoreboard. I just want to redeclare. That means it should start once again from 0. Right? So this is one practical example. Maybe this is how I want to clear the list. How about the shopping cart example, people? I go to Amazon or Walmart or eBay. I purchase some items. I have a shopping cart filled. But as soon as I make a payment, people, electronic payment, my cart is been emptied out, correct? You will never find any item in the cart because all those items have been paid the bill for. So the cart as such is not deleted. Am I right? Cart as such is not deleted, but the elements or the items in the cart has been cleared out. No, Ahmad, why do I need looping here? Am I right? What is the need of loop? The concept is so easy. Unless required, loop should not be unnecessarily used and increase the performance and throughput of the memory. Clear? Yeah, what you have written is -1, that could be correct. Adnan Ahmad, your question is delete something of -1, so last element could be removed. That's okay. Hoping you are understanding my point. Is that okay? Fine. People, I shall be sharing one file on our WhatsApp group. If you guys are yet not in our WhatsApp group, make sure that you have joined it, because the daily assignments we send, we share it on the group only. Is that okay? The link of the WhatsApp group is already shared in the chat section. If you are unable to find, let me know. We will share it again. I'm sharing with you the attendance link, but before that, let me see we have done it or not. Okay, extend is done. Okay, counting, people, this is something important, in fact, how to count a particular element in the list. Okay, so to save our time, if you don't mind, can I copy these 2 lines of code? Okay, let's come here. Look what it does. This is my list of random numbers 22, 19, 24, 25, 26, 24, 24 and all. Now I want to count how many times the number 24 occurs in the list. My friend, attendance list I'll share. Guys, attendance list I'll share. Just give me another 1 minute of time. 1 to 2 minutes of time, please. Okay, we want to count how many number of times the number 24 comes in this list. Okay, so it returns me the count of 24. This number 24 occurrence is 3. So this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. I hope you got my point. Fine. So this is how you count. It could be a string also. Like for example, here somewhere I write in between say India. Okay, and I want to search how many times this string India appears in the list. Okay, so the count of India is only 1. Is that okay? Okay, Gaurav, I'll share it. But I hope you are there in the WhatsApp group, correct? I've already shared it. I'll still share it again. Okay, that's count. But instead of count, if you write index, okay, so this is going to return the index number of the element India. You see, India is at index number 4. 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is how we get to know the index number of a particular element. Alright, but suppose if I write, tell me the index number of 24. People, 24, but 24 occurs more than one time. This is 24, this is 24 and this is 24. So now when you ask tell me the index number of 24, is going to return the first occurrence. Index number of 24 wherever it occurs the first time. Alright, yeah, that's what I answered your question, Vishwa. The same case applies to 24. See, a 24 is more than one time. Right, so but it hasn't written the indices of all the 24s, correct? Only the first occurrence. Hoping you are understanding. All of us here. Fine. Now when you see my question bank which I have prepared for you to solve back home. People, for you to solve back home. Okay. I think I forgot these two also. You want, you can reverse the list. Say reverse. Fine. 1 minute please. Okay. Okay, fine. I'll keep this problem troubleshooted and display to you next time. Is that okay? Fine. To reverse a list and to sort the list. These are my issues. You won't face it. Just to reverse, you use the function reverse. Just to sort, use the function sort. Is that fine? Oh, okay. We are going to come across these functions a multiple number of times. How to reverse, how to sort. We'll get them clear that time. Is that okay? Fine. All of us here. Okay. So these are more than 20-25 questions that we have kept it prepared here. Make sure that you're solving them all. Is that okay? Yes, Nisha, good evening. Okay, attendance link, here we go. Here we go. Okay, fine. I have a your question, Shreyas. I'm coming to your questions. Before others could leave, let me get you a quick recap of what we have learned. We started from what is a list, how to create a list, how to join two or more than two lists, how to delete an element from the list, how to add new elements into list, what is the difference between adding and extending. Is that correct? Adding and extending. What else I should say? How to maybe, is that okay? How to slice the data in the list. What is negative indexing in the list? Is that okay? Fine, people, one important announcement to you all. Guys, Monday there is no class. So I shall be meeting you directly on Tuesday back. Okay, we have no class on Monday. The next class of our full stack boot camp which is going on is going to be on Tuesday. Right? I hope so it is clear to you. Okay, make sure that you are attending and marking your attendance on time. And if you have really liked our work, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share it. Okay, ठीक है. Shreyas, your question. Others who want, they can leave. If you have any doubt, please stay connected here. Okay, so this was a question, Shreyas, I think. This one. Let me work in a new cell here. Okay, so say A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. It's a controversial question, Vishwa. BE or BTech? I would prefer BTech. Okay, reasons are again many, but in short, is that okay? What are you pursuing? Fine, this is 1 to 10, my friend. Okay, let me execute this and let me print who is the first element. So the first element is 1 here. Apna this one, Shreyas, correct? The first element is 1. But if I say 0 to 4, that means 0, 1, 2, 3. These 4 elements will be considered. Am I right? 0 to 4 means what? The last one to be extracted would be the index number 3. Okay. Now suppose if I say replace or substitute 0 to 4 with 6. Okay, 0 to 4 with 6 means what? This entire range is going to be replaced by 6. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. All these numbers will be removed out, and in place of all this number, a new element which will make a place or an entry would be 6. So let's check and print A as well. So there is no 1, 2, 3, 4 this time, because 1, 2, 3, 4 got substituted by 6. Is that okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 got substituted by this. Degree doesn't matter in the software world. Skills only matter. Okay, Rakesh, note it. Fine. Is that okay? Now suppose I say 6 comma, let me take here 10 or 6 comma 11. That means what do you want to say? 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 should be replaced by 6 and 11. Correct? So what actually the conclusion here is, the length of the element which you are replacing on the left side need not compulsorily to be equal to the length of the element on the right side. In the list, I can replace some 4 element with 5 also, 5 elements with just one of them also. Right? So 0 to 4 means what? Starting from 0 till 3, index number 0, 1, 2, 3. All these elements will be replaced by these two newcomers, 6 and 11. Okay, so if you could check now, that that's it, 6 and 11. The rest are not changing, na? See, the rest part of the list, that is not changing. That is as it is. Only the range which you mentioned in the assignment got affected, correct? The range which you have mentioned in the assignment, only that got affected. Correct? So what if I try to replace 0 to 4 by India? Something like that. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. This is now been replaced by India. And rest part of this list, that is as it is, remained unaffected. Okay? Please acknowledge in the chat section, Shreyas. Is it now clear or still confused? It is my question, buddy. I know that. Okay, fine. Anyways. Got it? Fine. Once you acknowledge, I will end the class. Vishu actually both has its own application. It's in its way. Like you want to go for BE, you want to go for BTech. But one of my personal advice, that is BTech is better. Alright, but even if you do BE, BTech, you still need one master degree. Understood? Bachelor, the candidates who still have the master degrees are preferred over those who have just the bachelor degree. Take care. So you are not going to college, I guess. Anyways, fine. That's okay. We would like to end the class here. Okay? Goodbye. Take care.